Hello, silly humans. Hello, silly humans out there. Hello. This is Zorg, filling in for Rex Bear at the Leak Project. And you should consider yourselves lucky. Ack, ack, ack. You should consider yourselves lucky. Why should you consider yourselves lucky? Because I saved you, the human species, from complete annihilation. Ack, ack, ack. What I am about to share with you is what is called rap attack. Rap attack. I usually listen to Martian and 80s hair band music, but I discovered something that was called Rap Attack by BKM for Leak Project. Ack, ack. I would also like to let you know that I am superior in intellect. I am superior in intellect and good looks. You earthlings look so fragile and so silly with your, whatever you call it, hair or something like that. So silly, so silly. So we are going to jam out now. And whether you like it or not, you are lucky that this hip hop rap attack by BKM, and they're wearing Leak Project tinfoil caps. You are about to see Leak Project tinfoil caps on the big screen TV. So now, if you have a Leak Project cap, you are now considered famous because it's on the big screen TV. Here we go. Ack, ack, ack. Ack, ack.
Passionate rappers, but get big jackets, they're bashing through the traffic. It's dramatic, but we make shit happen. No one rapping it, don't matter. We're still at it, never packing tracks and stacking beats are banging, and the beats me as a dragon. If you can imagine, I'm a savage as an animal, or transform a dinosaur. Just broke out a cycle war with my shiny sword to fight my cause when I start my war and bring a force that has never been seen before. Don't practice black magic, rap magic, causing a static. Come back into battling, combating this rapper turns psychopathic. When it matters, it happens to be your pants that you're crapping. Should have worn a nappy. Sappy little prick is getting fucking battered. They're waste men, so I erase them. Won't face them, I won't chase them. Friends and skills will come by Satan, created to hate me. Because when you wanna lie, when I bust out raps on a rush beat, rap attack, criticize the way I live lie. Ram bum pa 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 ram bum pa 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 pa. When you wanna lie, when I bust out raps on a rush beat, rap attack, criticize the way I live lie. Ram bum pa 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 ram bum pa 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 pa. Why they hiding from the hiding? I'm providing when I find them again. Little lions keep lying, I'm lying with lions in a lion's den. Attacking the back and bite in the neck, rip off the head. Testing me, you might end up dead. You ain't really my friend when I find you. What's really going on in your head? No love or respect. All these liars bring the fire, I recline, feed the hunger in my belly. I hope they're really anything to happen as I wrap it up. It's like it's fucking never back me up. I make you like a trust when they see my back and stamped it up. Felt a pain in my heart, it was sharp. My life is covered by dark, surrounded by sharks. Finding in emotions from the past, hoping it won't last. But I'm scarred so deep, so hard, I'm tearing myself apart. Why you wanna lie? When I bust out raps on a rash beat, rap attack, criticize the way I live lie. Ram bum pa 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 ram bum pa 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 pa. Why you wanna lie? When I bust out raps on a rash beat, rap attack, criticize the way I live lie. Ram bum pa 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 ram bum pa 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 pa. Why you wanna lie? When I bust out raps, criticize the way I live lie. Ram bum, ram bum. Why you wanna lie? Why you wanna raps on a rash beat, rap attack, criticize the way I live lie. Ram bum pa 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 pa. Kill minds. Wanna hide. Leak Project. Lie.
Oh yeah!
Lie. The way I live. Lie, lie, lie.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks a lot, Zorg. That was great, man. Good job. Zorg did a fantastic job. So, these are just a few of the craziest comments that I've had a chance to read, and this is just live. You know, Zorg was live. I mean, how often do you get a chance to see Zorg live? So, Zorg, love you, man. This is from Jupiter. This is from Jupiter. Jupiter says, Rex, you're a prick. I'm coming to smack your head off V soon. You are in big bleep with me, yo little prick. And then Jupiter's having a bad day. Jupiter just needs a hug. It's okay, Jupiter, calm down, man. I asked him, like, Jupiter, who are you? I have no idea who you are. And he goes, my patience with you has run out. When answer quick or don't answer at all, because I'll speak to you personally V soon. Like, this guy keeps saying V dot soon. Like, I don't know, that sounds kind of disturbing. It sounds like I don't want anything to do with that. Let's just put it that way. A venereal something. No thanks, buddy. I'll pass. Is that Mr. Then Jupiter freaks out. This is where Jupiter freaks out. Jupiter goes, and I'm not going to give you his complete name, but certainly he gives Jupiter a bad name, right? Hello! Giving Jupiter a bad name. Then he goes on to say, after he says he's going to speak to me V soon, you're not going to speak to me V soon, I'll tell you that. You're not going to get that V anywhere near me. Keep it away from me. But then he goes on to say, is that crystal clear? I'm a demon, powered by dark matter, and you are food to me. Get off your ass. That's from Jupiter. And then he leaves one more comment. Jupiter's just having a bad day. Somebody needs to give Jupiter a hug, okay? Jupiter, it's okay, man. You know exactly, after I said, who are you? I don't even know who you are. He goes, you know exactly who I am. You've had guests on months ago that talked about my pineal gland. And he's like, You had guests on talking about me and my pineal gland. Yet you continue publicizing, and he can't spell half the words right, occult knowledge, and then avoiding me. I am the occult. All of that biblical bleep. Yet all I see is foolish men speaking of my affairs. When you put me on your show, when you have me on your show, in a nutshell, I am Lucifer, and you are taking the piss, Rex. Whoa. Somebody pissed in somebody's Cheerios, and it wasn't mine because I don't eat Cheerios. They got glyphosate. Did you read that study? Just saying. Then you've got Quell L. Quell L comes down and says, I wish you could give the facts without rambling. Well, I do too. I do too. I'll let you know when that happens, okay? Good luck with that. Robert then says, perhaps, I say perhaps, you should listen to music after or before your podcast. I was taught that's rude. It's great that you can multitask. However, I do find it off-putting and it may reflect badly. So, thank you for the constructive criticism, Robert. Keep that in mind. Thank you very much. And then you've got, not going to happen though, because, you know, I'm a rebel. Then you've got Real Rick. Real Rick says, Senior Leak, I really like your channel. And I check it out daily. So, my question is, are you running hot on Adderall? Driving on a natural? Or simply speeding 90? And I can't drive 55 moment. I don't care if you fly without suitcases as long as you speak the truth. Because nothing else matters. P.S. Don't BS me, boy. Well, I will say, I'm organic, and I've never had an Adderall in my life. I can't even imagine. That would be scary. That would be actually quite fascinating to see what would happen. I would probably create wormholes. The wormholes that we talked about the other day, you'd probably see multi-wormholes generated. And then I'd probably think everybody was a cop or something like that. Are you a cop, man? What are you doing, man? what are you doing? I'd probably be a little bit paranoid. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'd be sharing my life with the world, but I don't know. Maybe. Probably not, but just saying. Okay, so Watson says, and then Watson asks, Watson says, what kind of drugs you taking, son? It's called colostrum and super tea from getthetea.com. Organic, hello, you can buy it today. They might even offer special discounts right now if you purchase multiple products. The Leak Project Sept you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's getting hot here, man. Getting hot in here. All right, so now you've got Chris says, Rex is kind of shady. He questions Jesus all the time and encourages others to engage in witchcraft. Is he a Talmud Jew? No. I applied and they said, get the hell out of here. We don't want anything to do with you. So, no. Nope. And I couldn't afford it. It's too expensive. All right, just saying. Then you've got Frolicking. You gotta love this name. Frolicking Lotus. Dude, you kick out an enormous body of work. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. See, somebody gets it. Somebody gets it. And now you've got Des. Des says, Rex, I don't understand why you believe all you're told by your guests. LOL, that's just dumb to me. And shows how desperate you are to make yourself right about all this bleep. Most of it is bleep. You do realize that, don't you? Triple question marks. Come on, man. Wake up. All right, Des. You're the expert. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I believe everything everybody tells me on the show all the time. Just like everything's real on the internet. I believe it all. Yep, that's right. Everything. Now you've got, don't I always say question everything? Isn't that, no wait, that's what Rex says. All right, I'm just saying, I say it too. Ozzy Stern says it too. Question everything. Did I zip up my, yeah, okay. I didn't know if I zipped up my hair in the back. Yeah, that's it. I did though, thank goodness. Now you've got Michael. Anybody else leaning towards a commune? Anybody out there leaning towards a commune? Do you think that's a good idea? Because Michael thinks it's a great idea, so send Michael an email. Now the commune, what are the benefits? What are the perks? I don't know. Ask Michael. To B says, so do you ever lose your train of thought while listening to music and talking at the same time? I lose my train of thought, see, it just happened. And I didn't even mean for that to happen. So yeah, I lose my train of thought even when I'm not listening to music. As a matter of fact, I totally forgot what we're talking about right now. The Rickest Rick says, now this is a good one. I like Rick. Rick's cool. Because if you ever seen Rick and Morty, is anybody even watching? Got a couple people watching. All right, that's cool. You've got the Rickiest Rick. He's like, he's a big Rick and Morty fan. And he's got the Rick avatar. He's got a Rick avatar. So you'd think that he'd be a little bit more relaxed. But he says, I just like it to be clear. Some of the things you talk about have basis in truth. But I'm unsubscribing from you because of your stupid There you go. It's for you. Too bad to see you go. Sorry to see you go, but all right. Now you've got Sir Captain says, I was hoping, this was actually a podcast recently where hanging out right at the edge. Still though, keep it to the professionals. Disclaimer, conspiracy theorists, we're just as good as stunt doubles. We've practiced this our whole lives. And got close to the edge. And Sir Captain says, I was hoping to see Rex levitate off the edge like this angel. Well, I was going to save that for later, but there's a podcast coming up actually where Rex levitates off of a cliff like Chris Angel. So that's coming up. Just stay focused. Stay focused. Wait, what are we talking about? All right. Now you've got The Portal to Hell, the podcast, The Portal to Hell. Refo says, the portal to hell is down Hillary's toilet. The portal to hell is down Hillary's toilet. And how would you know? Have you used it before? Or did you come out of it? Hello. And then you've got Chris that came out and he said in the same podcast, The Portal to Hell, he says, wasn't this debunked years ago? And Mika Rap says, yep. And then Michelle says, dude, take a Rolaids. I'm getting irritated with your lack of concentration. Well, shouldn't you be the one taking Rolaids because you're the one that has irritation from my lack of concentration? So maybe it's a part of my conversational hypnosis tactics where I talk about a whole bunch of stuff and I don't get to the very end until the end, and then I bring them all together at the end. So then that goes down to the subconscious and your conscious mind, because there's usually only 3 to 6 things that your mind's going to think about consciously at the same time. And then when you're asking for directions, you might realize that Leak Project is awesome. Okay, so then this is from, you don't even need Rolaids when you listen to Leak Project. You just got to know what you're doing. You just got to know how to keep up. And most of you can. Richard says, this is nothing but fear-mongering. Yeah, Richard gets freaks out easy. Like, they're really, really easy. Matter of fact, the only thing that he can watch is Smurfs and Barney. But there's certain episodes of Smurfs that he can't watch because it's a little bit too intense. So he says, this is nothing but fear-mongering. Obviously, it looks like you're a clickbait artist. I'm a clickbait artist, he says. If you were awake or as big into the truth as you say you were, you would trust the plan instead of trying to spread fear for an hour and a half. What dim wit. I really do wish there was a way to block channels like yours, because it would be the very first one that I would block. Shamefully, what you're doing, it's like water on the sun that was a revelation to you the other day when you brought it up in a podcast saying that they found H2O on the sun, and it's everywhere, so just get over yourself. Everybody knows that. If you really knew anything, it's not Russia, it's China that we should fear. So, man, I'm telling you, this dude's intense, and once again, it gets scary out there. I know you wake up, you look in the mirror, that probably freaks you out more than anything, because you're like, never mind. I'm just saying. I'd be scared too, buddy. I'd be scared too. So why be scared when you can be prepared, right? Why be scared when you can be prepared? Now, we did talk after that. And I was like, what are you talking about, man? And he's like, you should be talking about China, man. Talk about China and the microchips they're putting in everything. Don't talk about other stuff. That's all you should talk about is China microchips, man. I said, I've been talking about that for 7 years. I talked about that back when, like, YouTube was, when I wasn't even on YouTube. Relax. Microchips, China, yes, we get it. Faulty chips, there's tons of articles about it. So we made up, he's good, and he's a subscriber, and he's happy. See, if we could all just work together and be happy, then you wouldn't even have to sing Kumbaya. And then Ponan says, can't do this sober, my bad, so we. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to share with you the excitement of Zorg. Zorg got really excited when he found out about the hip-hop/rap. He was really excited about that. It was fun to watch him. He's been kind of down for a while, you know. I mean, there's just been a lot of stuff on his mind, saving the world and everything. He had to fight off a whole bunch of Type 2 civilizations, had to fight off a bunch of clones, had to fight off some Anunnaki, but it was like the bad ones. You know, like anybody in here that's watching this podcast have a family member that, you know, like whether it's a cousin or, you know, aunt or whatever, you know, it's just, there's always somebody in the family that you're just like, come on, really? They're a part of the same family line? What happened? Well, yeah, the same kind of Anunnaki dudes that, you know, he had to fight those ones off too. And so Zorg's been having a bad day. So he was just really excited to see all the Leak Project caps bouncing around on the big screen, because he has a couple of those caps. And, you know, he just felt really good about that, because he also needs that protective barrier because he's got such a big brain from the 5G that's coming out. Hopefully it won't hit this area. And there's been some good news about the 5G, ladies and gentlemen. The 5G in certain areas, they are actually not going to be rolling out 5G that they were initially, because there's just too many questions. So enough people talk about this, and even the telemarketing conglomerates that love us so much might even have to go back to the drawing board. Now, with that said, still got a long way to go. Still got a long way to go on that. And hey, if you know how to do it, if you're a Jedi, do what Zorg does, do what I do what many Leak Project listeners do. When you get close to the 5G, use your mind to turn that energy into a positive boost to give yourself superhuman powers and actually add time to your life. You just have to know how to turn it around like when they drop smart dust and barium and aluminum and other stuff in the atmosphere, and you breathe it in, you just have to go, you smell that? Smart dust, yeah. All right, have an excellent night, everybody. Be the change. See, and now I just don't know how to turn this off.